You can always feel it when something is off. When she hugs you, but it feels cold. When she says, I love you, but her eyes don't match the words. And sometimes, deep down, you already know. She is not in love with you, she is using you. That realization hurts more than the breakup itself, because it makes you question your own judgment. How could someone act so loving, so sweet, and still have no real feelings behind it? Hi everyone, I'm Isabella and this is Secrets of the Night. Today we're talking about something a lot of men don't want to face. When a woman stays with you not out of love but out of convenience. Maybe she likes your stability. Maybe she enjoys the attention. Maybe she simply doesn't want to be alone. Whatever the reason, she's not in it for you. She's in it for what she gets from you. Now, let's talk about the reality most men ignore because they hope it's not true. When a woman is using you, it doesn't always look obvious. She won't say, I'm here for your money, or I just like how you treat me. No. She'll say all the right things, but her behavior will slowly start to show the truth. Imagine this. You come home after a long day, you're tired, you've been working hard. You even bring her something small, her favorite snack, maybe some flowers, just to show you were thinking about her. Instead of warmth, she barely looks up from her phone. She mutters a flat, "Thanks," and keeps scrolling. You try to start a conversation, but it feels one-sided. She's there physically, but emotionally, she's somewhere else. Now compare that to how it feels when someone truly loves you. You walk in, she looks up, her eyes light up. Maybe she doesn't say much, but you feel her energy. You feel wanted. That's the difference. A woman who loves you values your presence. A woman who's using you only values what you bring. Here's another situation. She's always happy when you spend money on her. When you plan a trip, book a nice restaurant, or buy her something she likes. But the moment you suggest something simple, staying in, watching a movie, cooking together, she looks bored. That's because she's not in love with you. She's in love with the lifestyle you provide. If you remove the benefits, she loses interest. You can usually tell by how she reacts when you have a hard moment. Let's say something goes wrong at work, or you're stressed about money. Instead of supporting you, she pulls away. Suddenly, she is distant, busy, or easily irritated. That's not how love reacts. Love leans closer when things get difficult. A woman who is emotionally invested doesn't disappear when you are down. She actually wants to help, even in small ways, listening, encouraging, being there. But the woman who is using you will only be around when everything is comfortable. And I know many men try to explain it away. Maybe she's just tired. Maybe she's stressed. But the truth is, patterns reveal intentions. If you're always giving and she's always taking, if you're always reaching out and she's always pulling away, it's not bad timing, it's imbalance. Another common sign. She gives affection only when she wants something. She's extra sweet before asking for a favor. She suddenly becomes caring right after a fight, but only until she gets what she wanted. That's not emotional connection. That's conditioning. She's training you to associate her affection with her getting her way. It's manipulation disguised as love. Imagine this. You tell her you're busy this weekend and can't take her somewhere because you have your own plans. She reacts like you just insulted her. She sulks. She withdraws. Maybe she even threatens to cancel something you've planned together. That's not disappointment. That's control. When a woman uses guilt or mood swings to get what she wants, she's not connecting with you emotionally. She's protecting her power. Now, how does a healthy woman behave differently? She respects your time, your space, your independence. She doesn't panic when you have your own life. She understands that love doesn't mean control. If she truly cares, she'll be proud that you have goals, hobbies, friends, and a sense of self. Because she loves you, not just the attention you give her. Sometimes a woman uses emotional weakness as a tool. She might cry every time you try to set a boundary, making you feel cruel just for standing up for yourself. That's another form of control. If she truly loved you, she would respect your limits instead of guilt-tripping you every time you try to protect your peace. Let's talk about something else that happens a lot. When she starts comparing you to other men, she might say it as a joke or just an example, but a woman who loves you would never do that. When she mentions how her coworker listens better or how her friend's boyfriend bought something more expensive, it's not innocent. It's a way of making you feel not enough, so you try harder to impress her. But the more you try, the less she respects you, because now she knows you're afraid of losing her. And people rarely value what they can easily control. Here's what real love looks like in the same situation. When you make a mistake, she doesn't compare you to anyone. She helps you grow. She supports you when you're down. She doesn't punish you for not being like someone else. She talks with you, not at you. When something bothers her, she tells you directly instead of making you guess or feel guilty. Here's another small but very telling sign. How she behaves when you stop giving. Stop giving the extra money, extra attention, constant validation, and watch what happens. Does she stay the same? Or does her affection suddenly drop? A woman who's using you won't even hide it. Suddenly she's too tired, too busy, not in the mood, or just cold. It's not about tiredness. It's about the transaction being interrupted. And sometimes it's not even about money. Some women use emotional benefits. She might stay because you make her feel desired, because you feed her ego, because she likes how much you do for her. She'll say things like, "You're the only one who really cares about me." But she won't care back in the same way. That's not love. That's emotional feeding. You're feeling her while she empties you. Picture this. You come home one night and she barely talks to you. You ask if something is wrong, she says nothing. You try to fix it anyway. You apologize without even knowing what you did. She lets you. She enjoys the attention, the control, the reassurance. A woman who loves you doesn't make you chase her emotions with guesswork. She communicates. The one who's using you knows silence keeps you chasing. Here's the healthy version of that. In a good relationship, if something is wrong, both people talk. She says, "I felt ignored today," or "I wanted more time with you." You listen. She listens back. You solve it together. No emotional traps, no guessing games, no weaponized silence. Because love isn't about control. It's about cooperation. Some women use promises about the future to keep a man invested. She talks about marriage, kids, our future home, but months and years pass and nothing changes. That's because she never planned to build that future. She just uses the idea of it to keep you giving. You stay hopeful, waiting for someday, while she takes everything she needs right now. When a woman truly wants a future with you, her actions match her words. She's consistent. She invests emotionally. She builds alongside you. She doesn't just talk about one day. She acts like you're already a team today. Sometimes a man stays even when he already knows she doesn't love him anymore. You tell yourself it will get better. You hope she will come back emotionally. But love doesn't return through pressure. You can't convince someone to care. The longer you try, the more pieces of yourself you lose. That's why one of the strongest decisions you'll ever make is to stop trying to earn love that should be freely given. You cannot fix a one-sided relationship. The only person you can save is yourself. So what does a healthy story look like? It's when both people give equally, emotionally, mentally, physically. You don't have to wonder if she loves you. You feel it. She doesn't just take. She gives. She appreciates. She supports. She respects. And she doesn't disappear when life gets hard. She stands next to you even when it's not convenient. That's what real love looks like. If you're in a situation where you're not sure anymore, ask yourself one question. If I stopped giving today, would she still stay? Because love that depends on benefits isn't love. It's dependency. You deserve someone who chooses you for who you are, not for what you provide. A woman who brings peace, not confusion. Someone who makes you feel wanted, not used. If you've been giving, trying, and constantly proving your worth, pause. See what happens when you stop overgiving. If she pulls away, you just learned everything you need to know. If she stays genuinely, without demanding more, that's when real love has a chance to rebuild. Never be afraid to lose someone who was only with you for the benefits. Because the moment she leaves, she simply makes space for someone who will love you for real. And remember, real love doesn't cost you your peace. The woman meant for you won't take advantage of your kindness. She'll protect it. Thank you for watching. This is Isabella, and you've been watching Secrets of the Night. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.